When you're smiling,
when you're smiling,
when you're smiling,
when you're smiling,
and the whole world smiles with you.
My first name is June, and I was born June 22nd, 1923. I was married when I was 32. I married Walter Dolensek on November 5th, 1955, and we were married almost 53 years when he died. My life with him has been perfect. I wish everyone could have such enjoyment. We have no children, which was unfortunate, but very early in our marriage, he had the mumps very severely, and it really reduced his ability to have children. We would like to have had children, and I went to the doctor 6 months after we were married. It was 1956 when I first went to the doctor. I had a tipped womb, and I wore a ring for quite a few months in an endeavor for me to become pregnant, but I never did. And that doctor, while he was very progressive and he knew all the modern things, unfortunately, he cut down a tree at his house, and it fell on him and killed him. I really was very sad. They had some of the same methods that they have now, and I can't remember what kind of controversies that might have been with the Catholic Church in new methods, because I didn't know much about them, and he died so shortly after I started with him that I really didn't have an opportunity to explore many things with him. My husband, right after that, was in a head-on collision, and he had a very severe back problem for about 10 years before it was operated on. So having children was not our main priority. Our main priority was keeping him going. I never had a diagnosis of infertility, so I really don't know whether part of the problem was me or because we didn't have an opportunity to go too deeply into it. As I consider that I would just leave it up to God. I mean, this is the way that I was raised, and it just never occurred to me not to accept it. And to some extent, it was almost a relief because it at least was one less thing to have to worry about. What shall I say? If it's not your calling, you have to live your life as it is.
When you're smiling,
when you're smiling,
when you're smiling,
when you're smiling,
and the whole world smiles.